Okay. Thank you, Lynn. Good evening, everyone. Yesterday, I was sharing on heaven and hell and conflict. So just a little recap from yesterday. Some of what may not have even been shared. So heaven and hell are not heaven and hell are not geographical locations. They're states of consciousness. Heaven shows us where to go. Hell leads us astray and makes extravagant demands on us. Heaven is now. So we ask ourselves the question, where do you want to be, in heaven or in hell? Whom do you want to serve? Fear or love, the selfish will or the selfless will? Two opposing thought systems cannot occupy the mind at the same time. It causes conflict. And conflict is self-deception, and self-deception is dishonesty. You're not in your natural environment. Fear is false evidence appearing real, and appearances deceive because they are appearances and not reality. Dwell not on them in any form. They obscure reality and bring fear because they're hiding the truth. Only the truth will set us free. Fear appears real because the idea in your mind is causing the fear in your life. Everything is an idea. Everything in form. We're in a universe of form. What is form? That which is subject to change. Everything in form was first an idea in the mind. You know, fear is hell. Fear, lack of love is the strangest belief the human mind has made. And since we love what we've made, we hold on to what we've made. Fear is hell. And most of us, many of us, are in hell, unwilling to let go of what we've made. And the correction is our responsibility. Conflicting wishes cannot be my will. We struggle against what we are and what we've made. If you're identifying with a false image, your mind is in a constant state of fear. The Course is teaching us, lift the veil of darkness that is obscuring the radiant being that you are. The loving thoughts. Choose loving thoughts. The loving thoughts dissolve the fearful thoughts. Fear is a sign of strain. What you want conflicts with what you do, and this produces conflicted behavior. And only the mind can produce fear. And it does so because wanting and doing is discordant. So, the first step in undoing the error is to recognize that it is fear. And fear arises from lack of love. And whatever fear directs the body to do is painful. And when you are in fear, the energy is misdirected. And therefore, you miscreate. When in love, the energy is flowing in the right direction without any interruption. So we have to be willing to emerge from what you've made, emerge from the conflict, if you're to know your true self and others, if you're to bring peace to others and yourself, because no one who lives in fear is alive. A sleeping mind must awaken. And the awakened mind knows its self, its source, and its wholeness. And wholeness is holiness, adoration for God, spiritually pure. Fear and worry, many of us always seem to be worrying, planning, analyzing, assessing, investigating, trying to figure things out. Fear and worry shut down the channels, so the energy flows slow and sluggish. Love opens up the channel. And fear lies not in reality, but in the minds of children who do not understand reality. Fear prevents us from hearing clearly at the form level. Everything God wills is not only possible, but it has already happened. Creation is complete. The essence of what you are is perfect, whole, and complete. And it waits for you to be acknowledged. And that is why the past is gone. In reality, it never happened. It's a memory trace in the mind. It's only in the mind which thought it did. So all of the mishaps and calamities that mankind has encountered is not the will of God. It's due to our disobedience of divine principles. Down the centuries has come the command, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all else will be added. Right ideas, right use of the mind. We have to put principle into application. Put these principles into our application. Principle is code of conduct. Are we conducting ourselves in a righteous manner? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Well, how can you love your neighbor when you do not even love yourself? To love yourself, you have to meet yourself, and yourself is not found outside. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. There is no other, only you. What I do to you, I do to me. What I see in you, I see in me. What I think of you, I think of myself. I am you, and you are me. We are the same. Only the form is different. There's only one of us here, masquerading in many different costumes. Remove the mask. Man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from his mouth. Thought, word, action. You want your thoughts to be wholesome and pure. A pure mind knows the truth, and that is its strength. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The heart of man is the mind of God. You're using your mind in the right way. Thy faith has made thee whole. Faith in God, not in man-made rules and ideas. And as you sow, so shall you reap. Every penny counts, every thought counts, because every thought makes an impression. And when we use the law of love, and love is the law, all that your heart desires, you can have and you can see. So we have to apply spiritual law to everyday living. And when we violate the law, we need not be surprised at anything that happens, because you violated the terms of the trust agreement. And therefore, we shut ourselves off from the flow of our God-given energy, our natural power. We have to unite with our heart energy. We have to raise our vibration. We have to ascend. We have to have a leap in consciousness. These words are saying the same thing. We have to come out of survival programming, third dimension. We're in a very dense consciousness, third dimension. You go through fourth dimension, which is your heart chakra opening up, and we move into a fifth or higher state of consciousness. You can be assisted and supported, but the activation is within the heart of love. We simply descended, slowed down our vibration, and forgot what we are and what we're here to do. And through all the pain and suffering, many of us surrender. And as we surrender, you're beginning to claim your power. Our insane and selfish desires for material wealth has overthrown the world at large. But just as it is we who have done it, we must be willing to undo what we've made. Our selfish desires have imprisoned us, and only our selfless desires can set us free. And every experience you have, regardless of the size or the form it takes, is an opportunity to let go of fear and choose love. And fear is the supreme enemy of mankind. And fear of love is the strangest belief the human mind has made. I am under no laws but God's. Love is the law. Every experience is an opportunity for you to advance and let perceptions be healed and your errors corrected. And the error can only be corrected where the error was made, in the mind. And you need a body to experience the lessons, to be released from the bondage. We're all here to take care of unfinished business. We're here to clean up our karmic residue. So to think that you can live your life alone is foolishness. We have to be willing to let go, relinquish all that you have made, all your foolish thoughts. New wine has to go into new bottles. You are creating order and righteous living in your life. Ending the separation so you can taste the joy of simple living. Simplicity is difficult for twisted minds. Do not allow darkness to obscure your radiance. You are transmuting to a higher octave of light. The responsibility is in your hands. It's your life, and your life is a gift to the world. You're removing the silent barricade. You're unveiling your eyes. You're lifting the veil. You're choosing to see differently, think differently, and live differently. You see with thought, you think with thought. It's always the thought that comes first. So we have to wake up from the dream, because we're either sleeping or awake. And the mind cannot serve two masters. There's no need for us to hide in the darkness. Hide your nightmares in the darkness by refusing to open your eyes. And do not allow feelings of frustration to haunt you. Be possessed by love. Listen to the silent murmurings. Quiet the intellect. Put the intellect to sleep with a local anesthetic and tell the senses to go climb a tree. It is in love that you belong. Do not deceive yourself into believing that you can relate to anyone with anything external. We seem to be in a frantic race to get somewhere or something and miss the beauty of life surrounding us. Many of us always in a mad dash to fill the emptiness we feel inside, caught up in man-made rules and ideas, in survival mode, not really going anywhere, but just running away from life. Too busy, like insects, day and night, to stop think, reflect, recognize what you're doing. And those stuck in survival mode, well, they have no time for anything because they're too busy surviving, too busy attaining, achieving, accomplishing, acquiring, motivated by fear and driven by false precepts and useless pursuits. How much money do we spend on trying to fill the void? Fill in the emptiness we feel inside. We feel so bound and pressed by time. And when we do, we make mistakes. And mistakes can be corrected. Only mistakes have different forms, and so they deceive. You can change form because it's not real. You want to relate to what does not change. You want to relate to that which is eternal, truth. So it's you that must have a change in thought first. We have to choose a different approach to life and free ourselves from the bondage, the prison of time. Time is a great illusion. We have to release this strange idea. Everything is an idea that you are torn by conflicting goals. God is your only goal. Therefore, you cannot be in conflict because there's no conflict in God. You are on the greatest adventure of your life, the journey within, into self-discovery. And it is a journey without distance. It's already there. You're already there. The world does not move. It's the mind that moves. And the mind is a process, a stream of thoughts, always flowing. It is you who change your mind about the world. God did not create this sorry world. This mad direction was your choice. And therefore, you cannot know your function until you know yourself. My happiness and my function are one. When the mind is racing so fast, we lack the time to finish the thought, much less to check on the quality of the thought. And a racing mind is sick. And your thinking is not thinking. Everything flows from your thoughts, words, actions, decision, desire, destiny. We have to learn to turn off the ignition of the mind and turn it on when you need to. And do not let it idle. And because we deny the truth of what we are, we remain in fear and lack. Chaos. Chaos and confusion is usually serving the birth of change. All we have to do is wake up. How do the wise awaken? They see deceptions as deceptions. Course is teaching us, do not ask me to remove your fears. I did not create fear. We are here to wake up and remember. And to remember is to restore to your memory what is already there, but was rejected. We rejected it. Your mind became preoccupied with something else we call fear. So our resentments and hostilities are not against others. They're against our own isolation, alienation, separation from our natural state of mind, your natural environment of love, the environment by which and for which you were created, which is the Christ consciousness, the love, light, and wisdom that is your true self. And you cannot discover your true self in the past. You can only discover yourself in the present. Love is always present. We all came from the same offspring. We're all the same in content. Only our life situations are different. And the gifts that were given to you are to be shared. It's not for you alone. What is the same cannot be different. What is one cannot have separate parts. In the sameness, you discover the truth. And the Course teaches us the gift of life is yours to give, because it has been given to you to give. You are unaware of the gift you both have and are, and so you do not know your being. All confusion comes from not extending life. We just simply mistook the shadow self as your real self, and now you're realizing it's an imposter. You have separated yourself from your true reality. And separation is an illusion of despair. Love did not create the body, but love can use it lovingly. And as long as you see yourself as a physical body, subject to the passage of time, you're trapped. You're in hell. Love without trust and faith is impossible. So, are we willing to decrease so the light can increase? Most of us know what we want to do, but we lack the will to take the necessary steps. Take the plunge. Are you willing to submerge in life eternal and recognize that you are indestructible consciousness? Are we willing to share rather than to get? Get out of the getting concept. To extend rather than project. To be present. So you can remember what you are. We have to let go of our wanting and wanting and wanting, and more wanting. Want to know the truth of what you are. Do you desire to know your true self? Not the personality self that you have made, your true self, which is untouched by your self-made ideas. Are we willing to empty the mind of all that we've made? We have a tool of 365 lessons supporting us in remembering to let go of our self-made concepts, our selfish desires and judgments, and be in alignment with that true self. So your life is lived from within and extends out. And you become self-sufficient and self-supportive because you're supported by an abundant universe. You're not dependent on man-made rules and ideas. So we have to be willing to let the house that you have built, the structure you have built, which is your delusional thoughts, let it collapse and build your home on solid rock. So it will not be washed away. It's an ark of safety. No one cometh unto the Father except by me. Does not mean that I'm separate or different from you in any way, only in time, and time does not exist. Time is a belief of the ego. Eternity is an idea of God. Selfish desire is private gratification or spiritual starvation. Selfless love nourishes and heals. So we're starving ourselves of the nourishment we need to live. And when you are fearful, you have not made up your mind. Fear prevents you from hearing clearly. So the constant identification with time deludes us into believing that we're separate from God and each other. And based on that insane idea stems all of our problems. And problems are illusions. And illusions are beliefs in what is not real. We do not recognize the essence of what we are because the mind is so crowded and identifying with a false self that we have accepted as being real. We have to bring simplicity, righteous order to your life. So there's a place for stillness. And the stillness within you knows. Stillness is among the natural attributes of your mind. Perhaps you've lost the awareness of it. Many of us have. So simplify and make do with less. In the lessness is the richness. Simplify, purify, and make do with less. So there's a place for quiet, for silence, for stillness. But the choice is ours because we have free will. In time we have free will, but in eternity there's only God's will. Free will means that you can elect how soon and in what manner you work out your destiny. And we each have a series of experiences to go through in order to wake up. So we need to be more intimate with you instead of more distant. The teacher is within, and the teacher only instructs in silence. So we have to be willing to quiet the mind, and we do so through the practice of prayer and meditation, going inward. So let us travel inward. Relax your mind. You're entering into light. Release, relax, and remember. Close your eyes and say to yourself silently and thoughtfully, I choose to remember my true identity. I choose to remember my true identity. The light of the universe fills me. The light of the universe fills me. I am the changeless self. I am the changeless self. I live in an interior castle. I live in an interior castle. Just as an embryo rests deep within the womb, the light is hidden by your selfish desires. Release and remember that you are the living light, and your single and only purpose is light. In selfless devotion to yourself, close your eyes and tell yourself, I belong to the light. I belong to the light. I accept my freedom and release. I accept my freedom and release. Rest in still anticipation and quiet joy. Feel your light body. Nothing can delay your progress. Your focused attention is fixed on the light. Feel your light body. You are releasing in a very graceful and surgical manner. You are entering into light. The way is clear, and the light is here. The past is over. It can touch you not. Close your eyes and let your thoughts fly to the light. They know the way. Honest thoughts recognize their home. You are at home in the light. As a dedication to yourself, tell yourself, I am home in the light. I am home in the light. I am the light. I am the light. I allow the light to shine through the center of any situation. I allow the light to shine through the center of any situation. I am the eternal, changeless, infinite, that knows all things. I am the eternal, changeless, infinite, that knows all things. Once again, with eyes closed. I am the eternal, changeless, infinite, that knows all things. Recognize the importance of your function as the light of the world. Do not accept any meaningless desires. Your desire is to know, and you do know. that you are the living light. You are the light of the world. That is why you're here. You came into this world to represent the light. Feel your light body. Tell yourself silently and thoughtfully, I joyously serve the light. I joyously serve the light. I am remembering now that my single purpose is to serve the light. I am remembering now that my single purpose is to serve the light. Dedicate a portion of your day to the light and allow the light to strengthen you. Trust in the light to beat your heart, digest your food, circulate your blood, and direct your every footstep. Your single and only purpose is the light. Remain diligent and devoted in your practice. You're crossing the bridge into the light. Feel your light body. Feel a sense of release and relief. Feel energized. Feel inspired. Shut the door of the senses and look to the light. Detach yourself from the outer world of form. Detachment is not weakness. It is the strength of light. Close your eyes and say to yourself, I am light eternal. I am light eternal. I live in a mansion of light. I live in a mansion of light. I allow the light that I am to penetrate my deepest thoughts. I allow the light that I am to penetrate my deepest thoughts. I am receiving now. I am receiving now. The light is here and the way is clear. The light is here and the way is clear. I see only light. I see only light. Be aware of the gentle nudging and needling, reminding you of your sacred home. Somewhere in your mind, you know this physical world is not your home. A memory of home keeps haunting you, reminding you to come home. Come home now. In selfless devotion to yourself, tell yourself silently and thoughtfully with eyes closed, I am home in the light. I am home in the light. I accept my freedom and release. I accept my freedom and release. I am the eternal, changeless, infinite, that knows all things. I am the eternal, changeless, infinite, that knows all things. I am confident and secure in the arms of love. I am confident and secure in the arms of love. Rest in light as you allow your mind to be freed from the dictates of the darkness. When in doubt, enter into the light and converse with yourself in meekness, humility, and love. Allow the light to direct your efforts as you open your heart door and feel light's embracing tenderness, reminding you of what you are. You are the light of the world. That is why you're here. This is a statement of truth. Feel a sense of lightness as you open your mind to receive rays of light. Feel your light body. You're experiencing a different kind of feeling and a sense of relief. Live in light and laugh at fear. Breathe the holy breath of life and feel your light body. Your goal is to remember what you are. Your goal is light. From the depths of your heart, shout out with gratitude that I am the living light. And beside me, there is no other. I am light. I know, I feel, because I am the living light. Close your eyes and say to yourself, I am continuous light. I am continuous light. Light is my ticket to freedom. Light is my ticket to freedom. I belong to the light. I can always find comfort in the light. I can always find comfort in the light. Fix your thoughts and attention steadfastly on the light. Speak to your light body and remain open to receive. Your goal is to remember what you are. You are the light of life. As a dedication to yourself, tell yourself with eyes closed, I am the light of life. I am the light of life. Breathe the holy breath of life, for there is nothing else. Practice coming closer, closer, and closer to the light. Preserve your sense of inner calm. Trust and know that you are being taken care of. No need is unmet within the light. Learn to be content in every present moment, regardless of what you do or do not have. Your purpose is light. Stand guard at the door of your mind, taking only what nourishes your soul. It is deeds that endure, not words. Your goal is to remember what you are. Close your eyes and tell yourself silently and thoughtfully with fixed determination, I preserve my sense of inner calm. I preserve my sense of inner calm. I am calm, quiet, confident, and assured. I am calm, quiet, confident, and assured. Feel your light body. You're entering into light, timeless and without limit. Wait in quiet. You wait with one intent. To hear and remember the truth of what you are. You are the living light, and your purpose is light. Let nothing remain in your consciousness to hinder your experience into the light. Recognize your safety, You are safe and secure forever in the light. Have faith to proceed faithfully and accept the courage, certainty, and trust that you've thrown away. Do not fail to recognize that you are the light of the world, and your single and only purpose is light. Enter into the ark of light and remember your purpose. Your purpose is light. Close your eyes and tell yourself, my single purpose is light. My single purpose is light. I allow the light that I am to penetrate my deepest thoughts. I allow the light that I am to penetrate my deepest thoughts. I am here to represent the light. I am here to represent the light. I will there be light. I will there be light. The light is here and the way is clear. The light is here and the way is clear. I see only light. I see only light. Enter into the temple of light to converse with the source of light in secret. And the source who hears in secret will answer you. Be still a moment and listen. Give thanks that the source who gave you life hears and hears you always. Take a moment to say to yourself silently and thoughtfully with fixed determination, I choose light. I choose light. I am light eternal. I am light eternal. I allow timelessness to take the place of time. I allow timelessness to take the place of time. Open your mind and accept the gift of light that has been given to you. What is not light is always darkness and nothing else. Be host to the light and not hostage to no one and to nothing. Open your eyes to the light and awaken from the sleep of forgetfulness and celebrate your release. Begin to live in light and freedom. Close your eyes and tell yourself once again, I allow timelessness to take the place of time. I allow timelessness to take the place of time. Allow the hand of light to hold you up. The source of light, life, and wisdom remains entirely accessible. Feel your light body. Expose your dark secrets to the light and see how bright your light will shine. Expose your self-made thoughts to the light. Your part is only to remember. You do not want anything that you have made because it's not of the light. Therefore, it is not real. Feel the current of light as it flows from the voice of your soul, reminding you of what you are. Feel your light body. Tell yourself with eyes closed, I will allow my mind to rest in the light. I will allow my mind to rest in the light. I allow the light that I am to penetrate my deepest thoughts. I allow the light that I am to penetrate my deepest thoughts. I am confident and secure in the light. I am confident and secure in the light. Feel your light body. Feel a sense of release and relief. Spend a moment in the glad acceptance of what you are. What could be nearer to you but yourself? Yourself is light. Feel a sense of release and relief. The divine light descends upon us all, and we are purified, grateful, and blessed. For this we give thanks. Rest in quiet light. Love you all. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Veronica. I love you too, honey. A wonderful meditation. Once again, thank you. Goodbye.